I'd like to welcome y'all to
Yes, you're now listening to the Hip Hop Stop here with me, Conor Brannelly, joined in the studio as usual with Glenn.
Yes.
And we have Infidelix right here.
Man, how are you guys doing?
What's up? We got your tune playing in the back.
Good.
Do you remember that from the last time?
I do, man. That's in my memory book. That's a legendary track. So no, it's good stuff, man. And I'm glad to be back. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
It's great to have you back. Now listen, I know it's been, how long has it been? Is it over a year or so?
Maybe a year by a week. Okay, so we're looking at like this time last year.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
Well, you still look the same. You haven't changed.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
The beard has got a bit longer.
The beard's grown a little bit.
Yeah.
I haven't shaved it. So.
It's kind of getting to the Rick Rubin standards.
It is, man. But it's like a timeline. You guys from last time.
Yeah, where are we?
Is
it there's a colour there that we are. Yeah, we can see it there. Yeah.
So,
that's us, is it?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Now add the new time, at the top of the beard. So.
You should start braiding it now.
I should.
We'll get you braids for that.
That would be legendary.
They're doing them. The kids are doing them all these days.
They are. I see that. Yeah.
We definitely get your braids. So what's been going down? We know we have you over. We were on the Over the Pond tour the last time we came over, and we got to sign the whole banner you had for it. You did the tour. How did that go? Actually, you might as well talk a little bit about that.
The tour went really well. It was my second time over here at that point. It was all the other guys' first time, so really I enjoyed watching them go through the experience more than me going through the experience.
Yeah.
It was great to see how they interact with people in a different country. I forget which one it was, but one of them never even been on a plane before. You know what I mean? So it was like to go clearly overseas to do something outrageous. I mean, that's The tour is worth every minute. Those guys still talk about it. I was just at a venue a couple days ago in Dublin, and I saw our names on the side of a wall that we had written there last year. You know what I mean?
Cool.
It was great. But I think as far as strategic career moves, it helped everybody. All the artists that did come over here with me, we all stay in touch still. And I've seen all of them at least once within the past year. But we do live in different states all over America, so it is difficult to get to get a hold of them and things like that. But no, we have linked up, and that was a fun time, and that's something. It's something like at 1 o'clock in the morning, I hit them up with the Facebook message, and I'll be like, "Do you remember that time when we were in Ireland and we did this?" And they're like, "Dude, yes."
I thought that was a crazy time actually, because when you came over, I was like, no one's going to reach out or network, because people over here in Ireland are very sticking to their ways.
They are, yeah.
They're very cliquey at times.
Absolutely.
And we're all like, I'm even like that as well. I'm like, nah, I don't know that.
You guys have a barrier, but once you break that barrier, man, once you break it though, you're sound. You know what I mean? But it's getting through. It's gaining your trust. You know what I mean?
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And money can always help. I'm just saying.
Money helps everything. Huh?
If you want an interview, I'll give you the bank account details after.
Right? Absolutely.
But that's the way we roll now. That's the way we roll. Only joking. No, but come here. Then you're after. I was seeing you on Facebook. This mad idea that you said, because obviously we linked up on Facebook, and you said a couple of months ago, it was like, you're coming over. You're going to do a tour. What was it? Tell us about what was the thinking behind that. Why did you even think something like that? Because loads of people would be like, "That's crazy." Idea.
It is crazy. I want to have stories with my life that my friends don't have. You know what I mean? I want to be that different guy that has different things going on than the normal person. And I was sitting at my restaurant one day, and one of my customers gave me, instead of tipping me, I worked at a restaurant, so I work off of tips. But instead of giving me cash, he gave me a one-way ticket to wherever I wanted to go, a standby ticket for $222. So I knew that I could get anywhere in the world for $222.
Brilliant.
And I saved it, and I decided that I was going to quit my job and just go to Spain and then work my way from Spain around the globe.
Hold on a second here, because we could have waiters listening in.
Yeah.
$222 of a tip.
Yeah.
What did you do to get that tip?
Smile. Yeah. I've been working at the restaurant for a couple years. I've gained my steady support of people that, and as they see me progress with my hip hop and with the story of me wanting to do this, the support got better.
Yeah, it's obviously a nice restaurant, is it? Yeah.
It's a standard Mexican restaurant, man. We get down in there. It's crazy times, but no, it's people were supporting me more than my service, and so that's what matters, you know what I mean? And that's what really helped with everything. But I took that opportunity to say, you know what, my lease is about to be up, and I just want to go do something crazy. I feel like I'm a good enough person that it's going to be okay regardless of what happens.
Yeah.
And then I'll make it through regardless of what happens. And I'll meet sound individuals that will help me make it through. So I kind of just went on this world tour. And now I'm in Ireland.
Yes. So you started off, you said there that you got the $220. you went to Spain. Tell us about your first location. Where did you land? What was the feeling like when you got off that plane and go, what am I doing here?
It's a shaky feeling, man. It really is. You're sweating the whole time. It really is. Getting on the plane was pretty difficult because I knew that I was leaving everything behind, and I knew that this.
I
was
thought you meant customs was difficult.
No. Just getting the balls to go do this. You know what I mean? Literally, getting on the plane, man. It was very scary, and getting off was too, because it was like I had a friend that I could go stay with in Spain, and that's who I ended up linking up with, but it was still 2 hours away from where I currently was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it was just kind of like game on. I literally had about 100 quid in my pocket to like spend and start me on this trip, and so it was kind of like game on. I sold a couple CDs, I got to my friend's house, and I ended up crashing there for a little bit over a month, and playing shows, working with some of the MCs in the area. I ended up recording a mixtape and making a music video with some of the local rappers while I was there. They didn't speak any English, so we talked over Google Translate, and we ended up making progressing with projects. You know what I mean? And it was really cool. I did that, man, and I sold my CDs in Gibraltar, because Gibraltar, they work in the pound. So you can go get your CD money in the pound and then flip it back over into euro just across the border, and it
make
doubles.
a few bucks on it.
Yeah, so it's like if I got a $5 in pound, I could just take it over to the euro side and eat better. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
And what was the reception like? How did you even hook up with these guys? Because like some people, that to me, like that is just mental.
It is. Look, man, I'm totally outside of my box right now. You know what I mean? Like I'm used to having
outside the box.
Yeah, man. Like I'm used to having my house though, and having my job, and having that steady routine of an everyday thing. So I didn't know what the reception was going to be like. And it was actually phenomenal. It was great. People are interested in what I'm doing, more or less because I think that everybody has like a little spark in them as far as something that they want to do that's crazy. Does that make sense? Yeah. And if they can see somebody else kind of doing it, it gives them the motivation to be like, you know what? Maybe anything is possible. And so with that in mind, I think that the reception and the hospitality I was shown was great. Like a bar called Roots, I would clean up the bar for him in the morning, and he'd throw me a couple quid, and you know what I mean? And so I'd just come in the morning, clean the bar, to give me 25, and I'd be good for the day, you know what I mean? Like, and that's, little things like that was what was pushing me through. Eating meals at people's families' houses, you know what I mean? Like meeting another rapper and him inviting me over to his house so his mom could cook us like some crazy Spanish food. That was the kind of stuff that pushed me through and got me through day to day. You know what I mean? And
that's some serious networking.
Yeah, because like life
serious, man.
Serious networking.
Life is all about the experience, so you're definitely living the experience.
Look, if this were to crumble on me right now, it would still have been a beneficial experience.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Because I've made it this far in the journey, so it's just like there's nothing negative that can come out of this. You know what I mean? Like, at all. Like and there's not very many things in life you can do that are 100% towards a goal. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like usually things have setbacks, but really there's nothing negative about this trip at all, man.
Do you have people behind you like saying, "Oh, what are you doing? You shouldn't be doing that," or do you even listen to them?
I don't listen to them, but there are people that are comfortable with the fact that they believe that you should work a 9-to-5 job, produce your income, raise your family, do that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And really play it by the way that you're supposed to play, especially
with a book,
right, absolutely, and especially in America. I mean, the goal over there is to get that big flat screen TV that you can never watch because you're too busy working. You know what I mean? And that is the goal, and that's not the goal I wanted to. And so I have people telling me I shouldn't, but then I have people telling me I should. But then I have people that don't even say anything, and those are the ones, honestly, that have been coming through with donations and helping out on my trip, are the ones that really have just stayed out of it. Does that make sense? Kind of just watch it from the background.
Yeah, just throw them a few quid here and there, like.
Absolutely, because I run a fundraiser, and they do help with that, and so that does get me through every once in a while. Like, I need new shoes. Look at that. If y'all look at my shoes right now, I need new shoes.
You do.
You know
need
what I mean?
New
So
shoes.
if you're listening right now and you could send me a pair of shoes, I would definitely appreciate it. I wear 14s, and that's monstrous in this freaking country. Yes.
That is pretty big. That's pretty big feat.
Yeah.
So after Spain, where did you go? What happened then from Spain?
After Spain, I went to Scotland, and now Scotland was a whole new experience. I've never been to Spain either, but Scotland, my ignorance...
probably still needed to use Google Translate.
I did, man, I did. My ignorance made me think that it was going to be like Ireland, honestly. Like, I thought it was going to be like Ireland's cousin. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The accent is completely different. To where it's not understandable.
Hold on, you said that Ireland's the cheek. I'm only joking.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing, though, and I'm not one to blow you off and be like, yeah. I understand the Irish accent now, but at first I would have made you repeat something 10 times to me because I'd rather hear what you're saying than just blow you off in a casual
when you
conversation.
came on the show, I remember you was kind of a bit like, what's he saying?
Right, absolutely. And you threw Smarty Jones for a loop. He never heard this accent, you know what I mean? But yeah, Scotland was great. I ended up volunteering on a farm there for most of my time because I didn't know anybody in Scotland, and of course nobody was opening up their houses right off the bat to a stranger who's hitting them up on Facebook saying, can I stay at your house for a month?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Totally understandable. I don't know if I would have done that for somebody if they hit me up on the Facebook, honestly. You know? And so I volunteered on an eco farm, and I helped build a 2-story house out of straw. It's one of a kind in the UK. We tried to show that you could build a 2-story 3-bedroom, 2-bath house for under $20K, which doesn't happen in today's market, at all. So I got to take part in that, and I worked with the Highland Cattle. And while I was doing all that, I was still networking with all the guys in Edinburgh and Glasgow and things like that, trying to get into the hip-hop scene, which eventually I did. So I eventually left the farm and ended up staying at my friend's house. And his mom's name is Janet Jackson, believe it or not.
That's a brilliant name.
Brilliant name.
Brilliant name.
And she cooked us some crazy food, and me and this guy named Oogie Zoogie and John Lippiett, we recorded the mixtape together, and it's just class. We sat in his house for days on end and just knocked out a great mixtape, and I played shows while I was there, and I really got to experience the Scottish hip-hop culture, which is
what's
different.
It like? Yeah,
it's different than the Irish hip-hop. Now, there's cliques everywhere, right? There's cliques everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Scotland is pretty notorious for that, you know what I mean, as far as the groups that they have in, but the hip-hop scene was wonderful. Everybody was super supportive.
Did they wear kilts?
They don't. No. None of them did. And I was hoping I could see some, and I would have worn one as well. If I could have gotten
hip-hop, though, would it be?
But I can make it hip hop. That's the coolest thing.
Everyone's wearing skirts now in hip hop, though.
Yeah. See, it's the new thing. It's the new. Kanye West probably brought it.
Kanye, he does all this sort of stuff.
But
he's wearing masks and everything.
I know.
I know. To see him, and he's wearing masks. Can't even see him.
I'm too fat to do that. I need the air circulation to keep me moving, man.
But getting back to the scenes, tell us the difference. What's the difference? I know there's cliques. You were saying cliques everywhere. Get back into that where you were.
There's cliques everywhere, and they all and it's just like Ireland, where people feel like I don't know how to explain this in a positive fashion, but it's like if you're making it, nobody wants the time to do with you. You know what I mean? It's kind of a dog-eat-dog world. It's like, I'm going to focus on myself and my project and my crew, and I'm not going to reach out to others. So in Scotland, it was kind of difficult getting shows and working with other MCs because nobody really wanted to reach out and kind of give me the time of day. Does that make sense? But I did break through that barrier, and I met some really, really good artists. And like I said, through that, I learned the culture. And their lyrics are deep. Their lyrics are just like the Irish lyrics. They're somewhat darker than normal lyricism. They're a little bit more sad, a little bit more heartfelt, you know what I mean, than the typical funny Slay Dragons music I make.
Eddie, the scene over here, sometimes I find the Irish scene can be very outdated a little bit.
A little bit.
It's the same way?
Well, I think it's not necessarily that it's outdated as a progression, but it's tackling issues that the States tackled years ago.
Yeah, it's like we're starting off 10 years behind.
Exactly.
Is that the way the road they're on?
Right. So it's like, if we're talking political rap, it's about different things. It's about gaining freedom and things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've already done that, so you know what I mean? Like, oh no, it's cool though. It's cool, and they're in Scotland, they're on some Spitfire. Over here, they're not so much, but they are about that fast rap in Scotland.
Are they? Yeah, like
and I couldn't do it. I remember I was trying to rap for a couple guys, and they gave me this look like, what the heck was I doing? Like, rapping slow. You know what I mean? And like, they were not feeling it. They were not feeling it. But then I caught the drift, and I changed it up a little bit, and they're like, oh, that's badass. That's badass. You know? So,
And you said you had difficulties getting in there. How did you do that? Did you just persist in, or did you just?
Yeah, I persist in, and I send out emails, and I make the effort to show up. But they're not. I don't expect a stranger. I don't expect you to meet me in town. Does that make sense? I'm gonna come meet you.
Yeah.
You know, because that's the way I know that it's gonna get done. You know what I mean? Like by just going out there. And a promoter had hit me up for a show. And so through the networking, I had gotten some of the other artists on the show as well, so kind of opened up that trust and broke down that barrier as far as, hey, I'm not just here for myself, I'm here to help all you guys as well progress with the scene, you know what I mean? And so, it was a grand time, man. And then I jumped on a plane. I stayed in Scotland for like 2 months, and then I jumped on a plane to Ireland, and I've been here for a little while, and I'm about to head off to Belfast next week for a month, and then over to Holland
Cool.
So, well, a little bit in. I'm trying to go down the UK first. I'm trying to get on the Fire in the Booth, and if that can go through, then I'm going to stop there, and then I'm on my way.
Big
So,
shout out to Charlie
Charlie
Slot.
Slot.
We do tweet him the odd time. He's pretty good
cool.
show. It's
Yeah,
a pretty
yeah.
hot show, and if you can get on
Oh,
that,
it is. It's great, and I know a lot of people that have been on that. I'm going to get on that. That's one of my goals on this trip.
Get on
so.
that. We'll tweet him after this and say we know someone who wants to
Do it,
get
man.
on
Do it. I got Fire in the Booth.
Now, you've been coming on, you've been so positive, and it's great, but have you, where's there moments you've been so far, you're like, you know, when you're like dead ass broke, you're getting
That was
close?
yesterday.
Yeah, have you been, down in the dumps?
Oh, absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. My life is a roller coaster. I'm sorry if my feet stink right now. I'm wearing dirty socks, and that is not a lie. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's been rough, man, but it's all positive. Like, you know, I can't work over here in Europe. I don't have a visa for that kind of work, you know?
Yeah.
So the way I have to make my money is off of donations, doing website design for people, shooting music videos along the way. And it puts a little bit of money in my pocket. Not enough to go out and have a lavish time, but like the crew that I'm hanging out with now, I mean, they're keeping me fed. They're giving me tea, you know what I mean, to drink. And it's positive vibes. And it's really, that's how I get through is I decided I didn't want to write my story on this trip. I wanted other people to write my story.
Yeah.
So I've kind of just surrendered myself to the universe and been like, when it's time to happen, it's going to happen. And so I've gotten fed ridiculously good because of that. And you know what I mean?
The Irish are good for feeding. That's one thing.
Oh, absolutely,
yeah,
man, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know, but it has hit hard times. The past couple of days, I was broke. I was waiting for my money to hit my account from a freelance project that I did, and you know what I mean? Like it sucks. You kind of just stay inside, but you look at the bigger picture.
Yeah,
and you
exactly.
Look at the positive
that's where
goal.
I'm trying to go with it. Yeah.
You do it, and you know, I admit I need to get out of the house more. I spend a lot of my time in the house, so I don't spend money. The second I hit Dublin, it's, you know what I mean, money, and so it's like I try to stay in the house, but just doing that and experiencing the local culture of the people that live in the neighborhood, making music with them, and just having a crack. You know, that's some Irish term right there. It's a really good thing, you know what I mean? And it's been completely beneficial, and so I've you know, I essentially get to live on the same income level as some of my friends, so we're just gonna go have fun anyways and just chill, you know what I mean?
And what have you been doing over here since you came over? Is there anything good you've done?
Oh, great stuff, man. When I first got here, I like to do work with the youth. I like to be like a positive influence in the younger people, and so I worked with some asylum seekers the first week that I was over here, teaching them about music and stuff. And then I saw a really good guy named Mr. Woodnote performing below our gaff, and so we invited them up. And, you know, and I've had a good crack with him. And then I played Knockin' Stocking while I've been here, so I played a festival. I played a bunch of shows. I just got done opening for Mike Righteous on a battle. I battled a guy named Gwame, and he killed me. But it is what it is, you know what I mean? And then then in October I got Shadi Horo that I'm opening for, and Sage Francis that I'm opening for, and then I'm gone. Yeah, Finger Cross Promotions is bringing in Sage Francis up to Sligo, and so I'll be up there.
Brilliant.
And yeah, man, it should be a good thing. So
when is this going to end? When is it going to end?
Oh, I don't even know, man. I'm already 5 months in, and I'm my goal is to self-sustain for a year. My goal is to produce income and spread my music for at least a year and prove that I can survive in any condition, anywhere for at least a year. You know what I mean? And that's a good goal. But so far, I'm like about 5 months in right now, and I haven't even hit half the countries that I want to. So I'm feeling like this is going to be a few year mark, you know what I mean, of me trying to just traveling around doing what I'm doing. I have no intentions of stopping anytime soon, and there's a bunch of other countries that I need to get to. It's about to get crazy. It's about to get crazy because I'm in the depths of it right now, but I mean, I'm about to hit a lot of unknown territories like Bulgaria and Romania and places where I absolutely know nobody, and I'm literally going to be like walking into clubs with my CD and being like, let me perform right now. You know, so
yeah.
There's definitely one thing I want to know. How do you stay so motivated to do what you do?
Yeah, because if this, I'm not like I'm
hide.
not going to bash Irish. Like,
yeah.
Like sometimes we can be very negative. I just think that the Americans like are very positive about this type of stuff. Like.
No,
absolutely.
If that was
me, I'll be like, after 2 weeks, I'm like, I'm sick of asking for money.
Well, it's the truth.
I'm
No,
going
I
home.
do, man.
Like, I go on holidays to Portugal with like $2,000 in my bank account.
Right.
I get sick of it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I understand. I don't like living out of a backpack.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't like not knowing what's going to happen the next day. These are things that I deal with as far as frustrations on an everyday basis, but like I said, I look at the overall picture, and I'm not just doing this for me. There's people that are following me and gaining inspiration from this. And not to sound cocky at all, but I can't quit because this isn't just me in this trip right now. This is a lot of people involved in making this happen. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not giving up. And that's what I do keep a smile on my face because I've had harder times sitting at home in the States. I really have. I've been more broke than I am currently today. I've, you know what I mean, lived with no lights in my house. You know what I mean? Like, I've been in situations that are crazy. And so this is this is way better than sometimes in the past, and I'm getting to do it in a different country. You know what I mean? Like, so even if I only have £5 in my pocket, I can go sit out on a grassy court somewhere and be like, I'm in Ireland chilling, listening to my music. Like, that's cool, man. Like,
and then when you have it finished, are you going to put it into one big? Are you going to be able to go and have a look at what you're going to do? Is this what you're doing at the moment? I am. Shout out to the documentary.
I do. You know, this trip has to be filmed, man. It has to be filmed. Granted, I've missed a lot of cool things that I could be filming, because when you're in the moment, you're in the moment, and you don't bust out the camera when the fights go down and when the things start happening. But it's good. I am trying to make a documentary because I want to show other people that anything in life is possible, that you do not have to listen to what people tell you, and you can literally go do things that are crazy that you don't think you can accomplish and actually accomplish them. And I would have never thought I could be doing this. You know what I mean? I didn't even think I could rap. You know what I mean? And now I'm on like a world tour where it's like I'm meeting people in different countries that I've never met, and meeting people that I've met already, which is cool too. You know what I mean? This world is very small, guys. Like, it really is, and I'm pushing forward, man. My plan is no plan. That's the best plan.
I like it. I like it. Listen, you're here live on the studio in the HipHopStop right now. Can you spit us a few bars? I know this is a beat that you used before, but can you give us a few bars over? I'll bring it back for you.
Yo, my dreams are coming true. I've been around this world, I'm gonna do it again. And next time when I do it, I want packed venues. So get on the Facebook and tell all your friends, this trip is just the beginning. Apply a little music with a little bit of strategy. When people try to interrupt your grind, push them aside. Say, why the hell are you distracting me? I want to live life happily, because I know that I won't live forever. And I know that my music doesn't sell, but middle fingers to this world, because I'm gonna make it forever. And call me a trendsetter. I'm done lounging around and wasting my day. Not gonna settle for anything less until the CD's in your stereo and your finger presses play.
Yes.
Something for you.
That's all we need. It's pretty sick there. Pretty sick.
Alright, cool, man.
Listen, I have to admit, Infidelix, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you, man.
It's inspirational to people who are out there and they're just behind their laptops thinking that they want to do something but they never do it.
Man, it's very possible, and I just urge everybody to do it. I mean, it's something that's good. Hopefully Karma and Ollie Bell and all these guys that I've been working with can get out with me to the States and actually perform and do some shows with me in the States, because I'm showing them that I can be here so they can be there.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, honestly.
And the main thing is donations. How do we donate? If we want to go on my credit card right now and just give them all the money on it.
Man, I don't take anything less than $1 million, so we'll just put that out there right now. But you can go to my Fundly, which is on my Facebook. If you go to Infidelix or Brian Rodecker, you can find all the information to throw a couple quid my way, and it does help. I mean, I'm impacting lives along this journey, so if you want to help me do that, then that's the best way to do that.
It's just a pity you went over here a couple of years ago when we had so much money.
Oh, I know, man.
You would have came back a millionaire.
I remember. Didn't we have a gold desk? Wasn't there a gold desk in here?
That's all you would have had to do. Just have to go down to the middle, the main street. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Just go down, some bankers, just go in and do some raps. It would have been
great.
Just paid you to
it would have been great. I know, that's true.
You should have come. It's too late, but we'll give you a shout when that boom comes.
No, well, thank you, man. I appreciate you. Yeah.
Listen, it's an absolute pleasure having you on.
Oh, you too.
Cheers. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. And you guys are always welcome in Texas, so come down whenever you feel like it.
We like being in the States sooner rather than later. You
Absolutely.
never know. You
Absolutely.
never know. So we leave it at that. Appreciate coming in.
Thank you very much for having me, gentlemen.
All the best.
Cheers. All right, bye.
I'd like to welcome y'all to the hip hop.